Hi, I'm Phil Malta. Welcome to the new look of Snowmobiler TV. This season, I will be hosting the program, bringing all the snowmobiling action from across the globe. Today, we head to West Yellowstone for a look at all the new 2015 models from all 4 OEMs. From there, we'll head north up to Revelstoke to take in some hill climb action, and then we'll go back across the country to Labrador to take in Cairns Quest for some of the toughest snowmobile racing action anywhere.
STV is sponsored by Yamaha, revs your heart. Kimpex, fueled by fun. And by Skidoo, never stop pushing.
We're bringing an all-new chassis to market for the trail performance and performance crossover segments. With the new chassis, we tried to take what we learned on Rush and then really take all of that and put the rider central to the vehicle. So we really looked at where the sled wants to put the rider. We moved the suspension slightly rearward. We moved the feet forward a couple inches, the knees and handlebars forward 4 inches, and found that that was the perfect balance for the rider. In addition, we made significant improvements to the powertrain. We straightened out the intake track, also the exhaust track, and then added electronic valves to the engine. So it lets us have a very nice drivable sled low end, but we could also raise our port height and get significantly better performance. The new 800 HO really is the same bore and stroke as the previous sled, but what it does is it leverages the electronic valves and then the intake and exhaust system. So, we also added V-Force reeds, which was great from a manufacturing standpoint. It's a single reed cage assembly, and it gave us a few horsepower as well.
All right, so new for 2015 at Yamaha, we've got a brand new mountain lineup. We've got the SR Viper MTX. It's available in a 162 as well as a 153. We also have a 153 mountain sled with just coil spring shocks. It's a great basic sled. It's a great introduction to riding a mountain Viper, and it's going to be an awesome platform for a project sled. So coming back for the trail segment this year at Yamaha, we've got our SR Viper RTX SEs. They have Fox Float 3 shocks in the front. It has a 1.25-inch Ripsaw 2 track in the back. It's a great handling sled, awesome in the big bumps. So we also have a new DX line of Vipers. Last year we launched the Viper. We had just a base Viper, SR Viper, and SR Viper LTX. Really did a disservice to the model because it really was a deluxe package. So this year we've added the DX name to it. And when you see DX on a snowmobile at Yamaha, it means coil spring front shocks, it means tall windshield, heated seat, large bag in the back. It's really kind of a comfort sled with all the bells and whistles. So we're excited to bring those to the market as well.
For 2015, Arctic Cat's really been busy this year. We've got an all-new touring chassis called the Pro Tour chassis, and we came back with an old name, the Pantera name. 1976, we introduced the Pantera as the Cadillac of, call it touring sleds back then, and we brought that back this year for the new Pro Tour chassis. So we've got an all-new 2-up. We've spread out our engines. We introduced a 6000 or 600 engine last year, Arctic Cat built and designed. We spread that across the board this year in several new models. We also have a new ZR 4000. So we took the old SnowPro 500 chassis, put it in the Pro Cross chassis, and so now we've got a new, LXR model and a race model for the kids and cross-country racers.
Both innovation and refinement. Innovation-wise, we've got like the Summit with the T3 package. So the T3 package really takes mountain sledding to the next level. You're talking about a 3-inch lug track, 3-inch pitch on that track also, and we're going to 174 for length. So we're really getting after the deep snow ability of it. So everybody that wants to go into the backcountry now will have an even easier time of getting there. Refinement-wise, we can talk about some things like spreading the ACE 900 technology out, and also using ITC on ACE 600. And another innovation for 2015 is the RAS2 front suspension. The RAS2 really does make that snowmobile perform even better. So what we've done is taken the MXZ and the Renegade line, along with the Summit T3 package. We've added a new front end to it by just changing the spindle height and raising that just a little bit, and then a new spindle, a new design on that too that is really kind of eye-catching. But the way it makes the machine turn in the turns and the way it behaves in big, deep bumps really does make it a very stable and very clean machine to ride. So new models for 2015, we have the Summit X with the T3 package, the 174 and the 163. Also, we have new Renegade, the XRS model. The high demand, this is the sled that's got the same DNA as the race sled stuff, and the MXZ XRS. So you've got the same reinforcements in the chassis, the wide running boards, the KYB Pro 40s on it. So it's a very aggressive on-off trail sled machine like that really is very popular these days. Other new models this year are going to be the Expedition series. We'll see the ACE 900 added to it. The Tundra Extreme gets a bit of a remake over, some radical new colors, and we've done some different stuff with the storage systems on the back of that vehicle. So there's no one thing that's going to stand still in our lineup for very long. We've made some significant changes back and forth there. The touring guys, or anybody that's actually using an ACE motor in any situation, whether it be utility or touring, are really going to appreciate the new throttle, because you can now reverse it to a finger throttle. And most people are going to find that they really do enjoy that finger throttle. It makes it very easy to go long distances and vary what you do during the day.
While racing up steep chutes has become very popular in Western Canada, hosting an organized hill climb hasn't been done in almost a decade. That changed last season when the Western Canada Hillcross organization decided to bring this event back to Revelstoke Mountain Resort.
Got into sledding in 2011. My friend Timber Metcalf got me into watching Jackson Hole at Rimshaw, and instant addiction. And we've been wondering for years why there wasn't one. And actually, we were unaware up until this year that there was a previous league before us. And the goal is just grow the sport, I guess, rebuild it, bring some amateurs in, and eventually in time, if we can be a feeder league for Rimshaw, that would be golden.
I talked to a local snowmobile shop in September or October, and he mentioned that this would be a neat venue for an uphill sort of snowmobile race. And I said, that's great. We can do it at the end of the season when the resort's closed down. We've got the hotel, we've got the venue up here. Why not do it? So it was an opportunity that we just couldn't pass up.
For the racers, having this event back was long overdue.
Oh, this is awesome. It's steep, there's big holes, it's good weather, warm, so yeah, I think this is a real great event, and it's going to grow, and more people, more better, bring in some more juniors and amateurs and grow the event and make it happen. So Canada needs to have these races going on and support them, and so it's pretty good.
I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's fun. It's a little different from the drag racing circuits I'm used to, but it's a good time. I like the style of it. There's turns, there's jumps, there's some complicated areas near the top that I find the challenges make it fun.
I think it's really cool that they brought the Hillcross or hill climb back to Western Canada, and it's been probably more than a decade since they've had racing, and I think they got some pretty good venues online, and for the first time here in Revelstoke, they did a really good job for the snow that they had left over. It's been a really quick melt so far this year, and they all around have done really good job.
For event organizers and racers, they are already looking ahead to the future.
Next season right now, we haven't set it in stone, but we're in talks with these guys, the Revelstoke Mountain Resort. Rob Elliott, the general manager, is really on board with us doing season opener here in November, pre-season of skiing, and then one event a month is what we're going to try and tee off for the winter, and then March we might run one, possibly two events. In April we're going to try and run 3, maybe 4.
Well, definitely some corporate support from all the manufacturers and whatnot. but I think from what I'm seeing so far in the first two events, there's been tremendous support from the riders and the communities themselves. So I think it's really a great opportunity for a lot of companies and manufacturers to get on board to showcase their product.
Even some riders who are more comfortable in the backcountry came out to give this race a try.
Well, I've always been interested in hill climbing. We usually go to Boulder and climb the chutes there, so I just thought I'd try something different. Climbing hills, yes. Racing up the side of a hill and going through a course, no. It'll be my first time trying it, so I'll give it my best. Hopefully make it to the top.
Well, it's definitely different. Like, it's nice to come up for a weekend and try something new. It's absolutely different. I mean, we're in the backcountry riding POW, and this is a set course with ruts, slush, rocks, dirt, gates that you have to make. So it's pretty fun, though. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm going to do it again next year.
After 10 years on the shelf, everyone we talked to gave kudos to the event organizers.
Really want to thank all the guys that helped put on the event. You know, it's a pretty thankless job that they have, and nobody really sees behind the scenes of how much work it takes and preparation it takes to put on an event, and very few people understand that. So I just want to say thanks to those guys, everybody, the Western Hill Climb Association, Revelstoke Snowmobile Club, Revelstoke Mountain Resort, all those guys.
If going for the top is on your wish list, you can contact the Western Canadian Hillcross Association for race dates and venues.
Well, I'm out to win, that's why I'm here, so.
Came for the challenge.
Oh yeah, there's going to be difficulty everywhere.
I'm absolutely here to win it.
As long as we finish, we're happy.
It's going to be a tough one, but I love the race.
No problem. We're going to do our best.
Give it a good shot.
We're going to give it our best. It's time to nut up or shut up, I guess you'd say.
It's something you get it into your blood, you can't get it out, eh?
That's the only sport I'm good at, racing.
I told you that in Kuujjuaq 2 years ago. Take your money and go to Florida.
Actually, it's somewhat of a sickness, I would consider it. Somebody's got to have a strong back and a weak mind.
Looking for an adventure, and I think we found it in a big way.
This Canes Quest snowmobile endurance race is as tough as of its kind in the world. And I think if you ask these teams when they come back, I'm sure they'll concur.
There is no doubt in the minds of the organizers that Canes Quest is the ultimate challenge in the world of snowmobiling. You need only look at the incredible backcountry location in Labrador to understand how the unique and diverse terrain will challenge riders to dig deep and persevere like never before. Weather, the cold, and the relentless physical and mental demands of the 3,300-kilometer route are all additional factors the teams must be prepared to overcome if they expect to even finish this competition. Makes you wonder what possesses the riders to sign on.
It all can't happen until all the pieces are in place, and of course an important piece for these racers. And they've been a lot of these teams in back since we started. They've come back to support the event. They love doing it. They're professionals and they're good sportsmen. They keep coming back. I don't know why. Sometimes and I'm sure they ask themselves that sometimes. Because they put in some hard times, but you know what? They sign up for the adventure, and I don't know where you could get a more extreme or wild adventure than you can here in this event on Canes Quest.
Boasted as the world's toughest and longest snowmobile challenge, the 2014 route chosen for the competitors is one that clearly backs up the claims. All in, the route will tally up a 3,313-kilometer challenge for those who dare to take it on. Appreciating that the backcountry of Labrador is very unforgiving and that the extreme remote nature of the route will take these competitors into far reaches, Friday is an important day.
First off the line will be Team 87.
The mandatory racers meeting determines starting position and provides a chance to update racers with any news or changes to the program. It's also time for an official welcome from the provincial government.
I'm pleased to see everybody here. Canes Quest, of course, it's the largest endurance race in the world, and we're very proud. Wishing everybody all the best. Thank you very much.
Race teams must have their sleds and gear thoroughly checked to ensure everyone conforms to all the rules and is equipped with the vital safety and survival gear that must be required to get through the adversity of harsh weather or mechanical breakdown. If there was ever any question about how Labrador West, and realistically the whole of Labrador, has embraced the Canes Quest race, you need only drop into Lab City Arena for the meet and greet and open house. Hundreds of local friends, families, and neighbors all attend to show their support and offer best wishes as the teams show off their sleds and gear the night before the race.
These types of events get everybody out to put a smile on their face. You know, there must have been close on 1,000 or more people went through that arena last night. You know, the parking was halfway down the street. You know, everybody was out there, was you know, supporting the locals and welcoming the visitors. Extremely important. You know, it's amazing, you know, how much support the people of Labrador West give to this race, and you know, I thank them for it.
Hi, I'm Sean from Kimpex, and we're here in our Drummondville warehouse in our helmet section. You may have ordered some parts from your local dealership and wondered where these parts come from. Well, this is where the story begins. Kimpex is almost as old as snowmobiling itself. It started back in 1967. Mr. Susi, an avid snowmobiler, got injured on the job working as a heavy equipment operator and was looking for something to do. When Mr. Susi bought a bus, loaded it up with snowmobile clutches, and started distributing them to dealers around Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes. In the late 60s, early 70s, the snowmobile industry contracted, and Mr. Susi, being a businessman, he took advantage of that, and he bought some equipment to manufacture his own snowmobile parts. Kimpex grew from a snowmobile-only distributor to a leader in the power sport industry. We manufacture and distribute parts and accessories for snowmobile, quad, motorcycle, and marine. In 2000, Kimpex was the first company in the power sport industry to introduce the business-to-business website. It allows our dealers to purchase directly online without picking up the phone. Due to the growth of the company, Kimpex had to build a 70,000 square foot warehouse here in Drummondville, Quebec. We've also added a warehouse in Calgary, Alberta. In an effort to stay competitive, we've implemented a warehouse management system. The computerized process tracks all our incoming parts, tells the warehouse staff where to put them, and where to find them when the dealer places an order. The system will also tell our purchasing crew when to order. We have over 50,000 parts entered in our warehouse management system. Within all the products we distribute, we also have our house brand. These include a complete line of CKX helmets and clothing, Kimpex parts and accessories, and Commander ATV and UTV track system. Today, Kimpex is evolving within the new web era. We've introduced 3 new websites: our CKX Gear, Commander Track Kit, and Kimpex.com. And on Kimpex.com, you can subscribe, you can search by ride, you can visit our product pages, and it is available on your smartphone and tablets. As the snowmobile market grows overseas, Kimpex is also growing. We are now opening up a distribution center in Russia. Yes, Russia. You know a little bit more about the Kimpex story. When you walk into your dealership and order some parts, you're becoming part of the Kimpex story.
A lot of things have changed on snowmobiles over the years. Engines, tracks, suspensions, everything has changed. One thing that's always been there has been the belt. And today we're going to talk about belts with Steve from Ultimax. Steve?
How have belts changed over the years?
Well, we've done a lot of changes with the cording, the compounding. Mostly the rubber compounds have changed over the years. Traditionally, there's been a product called neoprene, which is a petroleum-based product that had not the heat capabilities that we have today. We've developed new products that are better for high heat performance. Which basically that's where most of the heat in the drive system is created, is in the belts through the clutching system. So the newer development through the years, we've done recompounding, re-engineering of the compounds, which has allowed us to have greater strength within the belt and also better heat capabilities.
I've been riding sleds since the 70s, and I remember the days of having one belt on the sled, two around the handlebars, because sure enough you were going to need them. Let's talk about belt reliability and people's faith in their belts today.
Well, there's a combination of reliability. It's our construction, our development, our engineering that has made it more reliable. The manufacturers have also have done a lot of development within the clutching systems, which have made them more reliable. So the combination of our engineering, the OEM's manufacturing, their engineering, has developed a product now that works together very well.
That's pretty amazing when you look at sleds, again going back 18, 28, 36 horsepower to today's sleds well over 100 to 150 horsepower. That's got to put a lot of load on a belt.
Oh yes, it does. It puts a lot of strain on the belt, which through our developing of our products as well as working in conjunction with the OEMs engineering, we have been able to develop something that will take that high horsepower in the newer sleds. I mean, we're getting factory sleds that are in excess of 180 horsepower now, but we have been able to keep pace with the technology and build something that will work.
STV is sponsored by Ultimax Belts. Performance proven, performance driven. Triton Trailers, the difference is in the details. And by CKX, wear your passion.
Next week on Snowmobiler TV, we'll head to the backcountry to check out the 2015 mountain sleds. We'll also head over to Kimpex to check out their new line of CKX helmets, and we'll learn some more about suspensions from John Sherrard. We love your feedback. Email us at info@snowmobilertv.com. Be sure to visit the STV website for our online videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.